This is the Drew and Me podcast with Japheth Mitchell.
I'm the man. Yeah, yeah.
And Japheth, welcome back to the show.
Always a pleasure. Always.
So let's see. For today's episode, we've been talking about our favorite anime we like, a lot of anime, and I've been getting more into watching anime recently, and I've been really enjoying it. So I feel like we could definitely still talk about that. I know there's some other topics that we might get into later episodes, like maybe favorite poetry or favorite like places to go or things like that. But I guess we're gonna talk about anime. So do you want to get us started?
Okay, so today's anime, because there's so many different ways we can talk about anime and genre, and so today we're gonna do a little bit more of the child like friendlier type of anime for you guys. So maybe if you're trying to have like the little kids watch it where you're not watching them, so no parental locks on or something like that. These are some good choices that you could possibly have them watch, and they're still for the adults too, because it's anime. It's not just a cartoon. It's still for you too. So just keep that in mind. Um, so this week I'll be talking about some anime that are maybe coming back this year, and the ones like I'm kind of excited for. So the first one I'll talk about is this anime called Reincarnated as a Sword. And it does have like a little bit of like gore in it, but it's like for the most part, it's still like it's like a cute little anime. Like you'll if you watch it first before you let a kid watch it or something, you'll see what I mean about it. And you can determine, I believe a parent can always determine what their child can watch and what they can't. I remember I had babysitters one time that wouldn't let me watch Dragon Ball Z, and my parents were perfectly okay with it. Them ruining my childhood. They was just fine. So, with that being said, this one will be called Reincarnated as a Sword. And in the beginning of it, it's a guy who gets reincarnated as a sword, but this cat girl kind of picks him up. And the thing about the cat girl is a lot of people hate her kind, the kind of person or the species of cat that she is, and the sword is OP. So when she picks up the sword, she gains abilities and starts doing it. And her whole thing is that she wants to evolve into a stronger creature. So the sword is like her best friend. She calls him Cheech, and he ends up helping her, and it's a pretty neat little anime for the 12 episodes that they had. Well, if you heard about it or if that intrigues you, watch it because season two is said to be coming out this year. So get ready for that one.
Nice. Is there an age that you would recommend for it?
I'm not sure about like that, but I do like remember because you said that about the age. Like I know that there is one scene in there, like one episode, that kind of gets gory, but it doesn't show everything. But it is kind of bad. So it's just that one episode though. But other than that, like she's like a almost like a kid herself. And then the teacher, he's like almost like a parent. So it's really cool. And it's just that literal one scene. But now that you like reminded me, I even got an even better anime than that one.
Oh,
Yeah. So
so
what was your first one?
um let's see. Um the one that I've been watching is Anne Shirley. which is a anime adaptation of the story Anne of Green Gables. So um it's an older book. I still haven't read Anne of Green Gables. I'm gonna try to read that this week. Um because I used to watch a video about Anne of Green Gables when I was younger, and I remember really enjoying the video. Like I used to check it out from the library, and I like really enjoyed watching it. And I didn't know that they'd adapted it to make it into an anime until like
Yeah,
I searched on like the streaming service Crunchyroll, and they have such a good library for anime, like
yeah,
amazing. Like it's such a deep library. So I was able to really be able to find um some good animes to watch. And there was that one that you recommended, Japheth, reincarnated as uh,
slime.
slime.
Yeah,
Um,
and they also have a new season coming out right now. So it just started. So by the time you finish all the other seasons, you should be caught up because the new season will be done. It should be done. So you'll be able
nice.
to have way more fun watching it than me because you'll be able to go doom 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 doom, and then the brand new one will be out, and you'll be able to watch it. Unlike me, who had to wait for it, you will enjoy it like a lot more. So yeah, but I
Nice.
haven't heard of that anime. So since you're telling me about it, I'm definitely gonna have to end up looking it up because I know we both got good taste and everything. So yeah, that's gonna be one that I'll look into.
Yeah. I'd probably recommend it for ages like 7 and up because it's great. It's very positive. It really is just kind of like a real world, a realistic story of like this girl's life in the early 1900s. So, you really kind of get a feel for her life, and the character is just done so wonderfully and positively. Like she has such a great positive attitude for when she does everything and how she handles everything that it is absolutely amazing to watch. I love the music. I love everything. It's like a perfect um coming of age anime, I'd say, and I'd say ages like 7 and up. Um,
Okay.
it might have like a G or a PG rating, but I would recommend it for ages 7 and up. And like, I feel like it's a great feeling of getting to experience a time period that I don't know. Like,
Okay.
early 1900s was a long time ago,
Oh yeah.
and I feel like it's the show is recreating that, or it's being able to get people to experience or understand like a different time period. And I think that's what's really compelling about it, in addition to the character just being awesome and like super likable. So
Yeah.
like the main character is great. She's so likable. I absolutely love the show. It's great.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it. Uh, like you're saying all these things. This is not the next anime I'm thinking about, but he was like coming of age and like good for kids and like uh how like she was likable and it just makes me think of the anime Naruto that I grew up on, which was amazing. And one of his like favorite things was believe it. And I think that's awesome because like everybody thought he was like kind of dumb. He just really wasn't. He just didn't. He wasn't really as good in school. I'll put it like that. But he was, but he wasn't. You know, whenever he got older, he was a lot smarter. He just tried things out he thought outside of the box. I'll put it like that. So yeah, Naruto was pretty good, and I believe that's a good thing for kids to watch because that was like something amazing growing up and watching. But the next one I want to talk about would be a journey to another world with raising kids while adventuring. So this guy he gets reincarnated, which is like one of my major like genre themes that I like is reincarnation. I don't know. I've been watching more regression and reading more regression. Like I've been reading like mangas, like over like 220 chapters in like 3 days, and like getting into those a lot more. But those are regression. But with the being reincarnated, this guy he ends up going to another world, and one of the first days he ends up finding two kids in the woods, and they're like really really young. They're almost like I want to say 3 to 5 years old, maybe. And he ends up taking them under his wing, but the kids are like really, really strong. But he doesn't know that in the beginning. So he is like trying to protect these kids, but these kids always end up running off and doing something, bring something back to him. And he's like, oh, snap. Like everybody watches his kids go crazy. His name is Takumi, and then he's got two kids, and they're so adorable. Whenever I watched this, I was just like, oh, like this is like one of the cutest animes I've ever seen. And it was just cool how he took the two kids and he was watching them. And there's like a couple episodes where somebody like almost hurts him or something, and he gets so mad. Like it's so great. But that one, like I believe like kids like all ages, if you understand like what's going on, like you should be able to watch it. There's nothing really too gory. I don't even think that there is like a lot of gore. I mean they do take down monsters and dungeons and stuff like that. But it's like it's perfectly acceptable for kids. And they go on adventures and then they end up getting animals. So I believe kids would like that. They got like a bird, a lion, a wolf, and a tiger, but they're so cute and then they end up getting they turn themselves into smaller animals and then they can get big and then they can talk. Like it's an adorable anime and I never thought that I would like one like that, but just because he's like raising kids, like it's like one of the sweetest wholesome animes I've seen. And it came out in 2024. So yeah, it's one of the newer ones. So most people, if they watch it, they're gonna like it. You're gonna laugh, and you can watch it with your kids. Actually, the first time watching it, you can watch it with your kids if that's what you want to do.
Nice. Um, that sounds cool. So
Yeah.
you said like the people in the show, they they like tr they would transform into the animals.
No, 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 no. So, Takumi has two kids, which is Alan and Elena. They're like a god's kids, but he basically takes care of them when he don't know that. Spoiler alert. But the gods like favor him so much in favor of the kids, they send them animals. So the animals can grow
Oh,
bigger or shrink while they're in town. So what they do is they get smaller while they're in town or they hide in the shadow and nobody knows what kind of animals they actually are. So if something was to actually happen to one of the kids, one of the animals would, let's say, get bigger or something in a town, and everybody be like, "Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna mess with that." But there wasn't even something like that that went on in it. They're just like it's all cuteness for real.
mm, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
and it's only 12 episodes, so everybody can watch it.
Okay.
Again, it's a journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring, and it is one of the most adorable animes I've seen.
Oh, nice. I, um, yeah, I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I know you'll like it. I know you'll like it. It's so sweet.
um, um, Cool. Let's see. Yeah, like, um,
We also got one more after you give us one.
let's see. So I think I've mentioned it before, but I really like Toradora a lot. And
Actually, I
Toradora
don't
is like,
have on this. Which one is that again?
so Toradora is like they're either in middle school or high school. I think they're in high school. But and it's just like a core group of friends, and then like they have like relationships with some of them like each other, some don't like each other. I'm not sure if they're dating, but it's basically just kind of a teen romance
Oh,
type
okay, okay.
anime. So would probably recommend it for ages like 14 and up, probably. Because it is a little bit mature.
Mm.
Like the topics are mature. So, um, it's similar to with the behavior of the characters. It is definitely similar to Haikyuu. Um, yeah, the volleyball anime.
Yeah.
But it's not really sports focused. Like it's more just kind of like school. So
hmm Everything that goes on in school and liking
yeah,
somebody and crushes. Do I talk to my crushes? Stuff like that.
yeah,
Okay. I don't think
yeah.
I've seen it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But there was two of them that I was like, is he talking about that one or that one? So yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. Do you have another one you want to talk about?
Of course I do. These are like child friendly, like so I'm looking for like the adorable animes like I like. There is one more and this was actually a pretty dope one. It's called Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. There's two seasons out, and the second one I believe is more almost ch- for kids than the first one, but it's nothing like bad at all. Excuse me. What happens is this guy gets transported. So he's not reincarnated. So y'all give me that one. So he's transported to another world, and in the world, they're looking for heroes and stuff. But he ends up getting a pretty what everybody else thinks is crappy power, but nobody really knows what his power is in the beginning. So they basically kick him out the kingdom, give him money, and they're like, "Shoo, shoo, go away." And what happens is he ends up being able to get food from this world still. And he has like an online grocery store. So all he has to do is like put in money and he can get stuff from an online grocery store. And then he starts cooking up food. And what happens is everybody likes the food. So he ends up meeting a bunch of people because maybe they might smell his food or something like that. One of the first things he does is a Fenrir, one of the mythological deities, like smells his food and is like, okay, I'm going to become your familiar. So like now this dude with the cooking skill is walking around with a Fenrir, but he does not like really like fighting or nothing like that. Like he don't want to fight. So it's so funny because the familiars that he ends up getting, they all want to fight, and his food makes him stronger. I remember there's like one episode where he gave the Fenrir like Wagyu steak, and he came back with like a dragon and a dinosaur. So it's like he was like OP for like one night. And he's like, okay, you're never eating that again. Never. I refuse. So yeah, it's a pretty neat anime. And season one, it just shows you the start of it. season two, he ends up getting like a couple more, or I think maybe just one more, but he meets more people and he travels around the world. But with the dungeon animals and the animals that he finds around the world, what he does is he ends up just cooking them. And at first, you don't really think that they're going to be tasty, but he ends up liking it. And it shows you him cooking food and like how he cooks it and stuff like that. So I believe that there might be some real recipes on that, but I mean, I don't think we're going to find orc meat around here. So, but it's a dope little anime to watch.
Um, nice. Can you say the title of it one more time?
That one will be campfire cooking. In a new world with my absurd skill. Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. And it's got two seasons, so and they're both pretty good. I think season one might be better, but I might be just biased because I've seen it first. And the second one is like I feel like it'd be more for like kids and stuff like that, but it's still pretty dope.
Nice. Um,
All right, you ready to read, sir?
yeah, sounds good. Let's see. So we're gonna start it from scene two. We're gonna read a script I've been working on called President Party, and it's based on presidents of the United States, and it's based on I read some books about presidents, and it's all stuff that's taken from references to the books. So things that are in the books, things that are said in a published book, it's either in reference to that or based on the behaviors of the presidents, how they're depicted in the books. So all of it is derived from that, but what's in the actual show is fictional. So the stuff in the script is fictional. It's just based on behavior. So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily things that the presidents actually did. It's fictional and fantastical, though all of it is stuff that could conceivably happen in either modern times or in the past, but it's stuff that didn't actually happen. So it's a work of fiction, but it's my interpretation of what I've read about
Understood.
presidents from the books. Cool. So we'll pick it up from scene two and we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
Um, let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see. Japheth, do you have it up on your end?
Yep.
Okay. Pick it up from scene two. And we're just gonna scroll down. Oh, actually, no, we're gonna scroll up. All right. Let's see. And we're gonna
That's
pick it
perfect.
up from Herbert Hoover comes out from behind a mailbox inside the bedroom. And Jay Beth, do you want to get us started from Herbert Hoover?
A Mercedes Benz.
A Mercedes Benz?
A Benz?
Where's William Henry Harrison?
He's not here, and I became the president.
Who's president right now?
Me?
Again?
Yeah.
I liked it so much, I decided to do it again.
Ugh. You didn't inherit any financial mess I got.
Yeah, tariffs and manufacturing woes. Cool. Glad I didn't get that.
Oh, he's eating porridge and lasagna.
Ew. What are you eating?
Breakfast lasagna, or as I call Belfast lasagna.
Yeah, because it's not the take a break fast, but the best fast.
Yeah, one where you eat.
Oh, be quiet, Taft.
Sorry.
He scoops it with a gray spoon and spoons up porridge and inhales it. Wake up, Franklin Pierce. It's time to plow a field.
Wake up, Franklin Pierce. It's time to plow the field.
Dude, I was going through my REM cycle. Dude,
You hate me. Hate later. Time to plow cotton and corn.
corn and cotton. What a fruitful crop. After a long day of arduous plowing, and heroes go to Wilson's room. Our heroes go to Wilson's room, one room school for night school.
School time. Taft and Rutherford B. Hayes. Move your behinds and enjoy this knowledge. Today's lesson is a test. That's right, a pop quiz. The Magna Carta and the Declaration of Independence. It'll be great one day.
I said, why are there so many dogs in school?
He wasn't kidding. All over the floor, there were blue dogs, red dogs, yellow dogs, pink dogs, and violet pups. Let me take home the yellow one.
Why yellow?
I always vote for my party.
And what party is that?
The Democrats.
Teddy Roosevelt flies in on a biplane.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. We're taking a test.
Hot dog.
Or Mr. Hayes, please distribute the exams.
Hayes passes out all the tests to the class. Teddy Roosevelt scrambles excitedly through the test, acting it. Done.
Done.
I'm done. I'm done. Here.
Already?
Yep. And they're all correct. Check them right now if you want.
Yeah, I'm sure.
John, Tyler, Garfield, and Hayes are all working diligently on their test.
Okay, and we'll stop it there. That was really fun, JPath. Thank you very much for reading with me.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. I like where you're going with it. It's gonna be great. Especially if we
Cool.
can have a bunch of different people being like we're all in a schoolroom or something like that.
Yeah, that would be really fun. Um, nice. So this has been the Drew and Me podcast with Japheth and Drew, and we look forward to
I'm
seeing you
Drew.
guys next time. Japheth, is there anything else you would like to say to the viewers?
Uh, Only if y'all like this one, please like, follow, share. Come back for the next one. If you have any genres of animes or any genres or anything in particular that y'all want us to speak on, just send it to him in the comments or let him know, and we can make it happen. Okay. Thanks for having y'all.
Okay, thank you guys so much.